All right, everybody. So welcome back. Um, Last session, you all departed from Silvery Moon and started making your way eastward towards Citadel Adbar. Um, you had a letter of recommendation given to you by one Gelrin Fohammer back in Tribord to deliver to Citadel Adbar as a token of his appreciation and to show the service that you gave to Citadel Adbar by protecting their master smith who was stationed in Tribord. So you arrived there, exchanged some pleasantries with the nobility, with the king and queen of the dwarven hold of Citadel Adbar, gave them the letter of recommendation, and in return, they gave you two figurines of wondrous power, two golden lion figurines. They also told you about a few things that were going on in the local area, namely that the fire giant leader, Duke Zalto, had been extremely active lately. And you all have encountered his minions, rather, while they search for pieces of an object called the Vonindad. The King and Queen of Citadel Adbar told you about the threat and that if you did happen to possibly find and kill that individual, Duke Zalto, that they would be very grateful and would provide you with quite the reward for doing so. But that appearing to be a job for later, you all did begin to make your way back towards Everland. Encountered some hill giants along the way, a group that had become extremely lost on their way to the Grudhog meeting. The meeting which you all had been hearing about the Lord's Alliance was soon to move against and deal with that large gathering of hill giants. That was coming soon, an operation for them. But you all eventually did make it to Everland and picked up Dandy's commission there, a set of basilisk scale armor. So that is where we pick up today. You all are still in the city of Everland. It is midday. It has been a good long time since you all have been back here. So, what would you all like to do?
We are starting with a long rest and all our stuff back, right?
Correct.
Cool.
Can we detect magic on all the things we got from the giants?
Sure. Yeah, that's definitely something that you could have done on the way here. And yes, all of the objects in the giant's bag were non-magical. They were all just very mundane items.
Just checking.
Can someone link the restrained condition?
Yep.
Dandy just keeps jingling her mail.
Yeah, I still don't get how that linking that works.
All right, everybody. So, what would you all like to do? Your teleportation circle is here. There are shops aplenty here, all of which would have new inventory since the last time you were here.
Oh, I want to look for my unmoving stick. I need to find it.
The immovable rod, you got it. You will have a 50% chance of finding it here in Everland, since this is one of the major trade hubs. So,
Lightning javelins.
lightning javelins. What's the rarity on those guys? Let's go ahead and pull up our source doc here.
Both are uncommon.
Uncommon, fantastic. So we'll do a 50% chance on finding either of them. Ah, what happened? Oh no.
Do we get the 8 again from Charles or no?
Yeah, the idea is I'd be casting 8 every time.
Oh, thank you.
Gotcha.
You just always have 8 on, unless it's late in the day, because then it would run out of time. But
right, as long as we've had a long rest, you would cast 8 at the beginning of the day. Is that the proper read into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for past supper time, 8 would wear off.
Okay.
So 50% chance.
50% chance. I'll let you pick high or low.
Oh no.
Before you roll. Yep, it is in your hands.
Oh no. Low. Yay!
Fantastic. Okay, so that will be standard price. Of course, negotiation is a thing. So let's go ahead and check out.
Should I also roll for the?
Yep, you can pick high or low.
I'm gonna go low.
All right, good luck. Nice. Okay.
Dang. me.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
immovable rod. 5K.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I turn invisible and then. Oh gods. Okay.
He's gonna steal an immovable rod.
I mean, it wouldn't be like that hard because like all you have to do is press the button to make it movable.
Right. But, of course, places like this are entirely too well defended for efforts such as that.
Hmm. Dandy can do her thing. I need to plan this out.
How much are the lightning javelins?
Lightning. Is it? What's the name of it? Is it? It's like the
I think this is a
It's
lightning
Javelin of
javelin.
Lightning.
Javelin of
Oh,
Lightning.
Javelin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
1,500.
Hmm. I have got almost 500 gold pieces.
Hold on one second here.
Are like celestial like things common out here? Can I like impress them with my glowing tattoos or like
Oh, we have stuff to
offer
sell.
the to arm wrestle them for it?
Yeah.
Well, when we generate the shops like this, the best that we're going to be able to do would be negotiate and get the price down based on that. So, with 500, I really don't think there's any way that Dandy could negotiate it down that low.
Okay.
Here's a question. We did collect a wizard spell book.
Spellbooks are valuable.
And the thing is, as a warlock, I really can't utilize it because the only things I get are the ritual spells.
Right, right.
I also have these really rare werewolf incisors that I am willing to trade in to lower the price.
You can probably just sell the spellbook.
Latoni already put up what the spells were within said spellbook, so I don't know if the shop would be willing to, how much they would want to purchase said spellbook for, or if they want to do some trading or what.
Okay.
'Cause
Yes, I have found some good market prices on them before. Let me see if I can pull that up again.
I'm just sitting here thinking that
The
generally,
book or the teeth.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here thinking that I know that usually putting a spell in a spellbook, it is what, like at least 50 gold piece per level plus power at top.
The one that
Yours-
I've found that I like goes off of the price of the highest level spell in the book. So
Okay.
let me see if I can verify this, because if I'm pretty sure this is the one I found, but I don't want to get your all's hopes up, so I'm just going to double check into it real quick and make sure this is the right one.
Would I be able to throw in a persuasion with that? Because
Absolutely.
she is just trying to charm the hell out of this guy.
Absolutely. You all can do whatever checks that you'd like to. Like the arm wrestling thing, Dandy, would be a strength, a charisma intimidation check. Just the general trying to talk the price down would just be your run of the mill persuasion, things like that.
Okay. Ooh. I am willing to burn my sessional for that.
Okay.
I want my lightning javelin.
Okay, so let's go ahead and we've almost got this price locked down. So
And I will help him move something around if he needs like manual labor.
got it. Okay. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and calculate it by individual spell first. So, 5th level is 1 spell. 4th level, there are 2 spells.
4, yeah.
4? 4th?
No, 4th level has 2.
Right.
3rd level has 3. 2nd level has 2. And 1st level has 4.
So we'll value them by individual spell that is in the book, and we'll basically take the price that for these spell scrolls, because I'm not finding a consensus through Stack Exchange or anything. So we'll have to get creative with it. We'll add up the
Ooh.
value of each spell through spell scrolls, and then since these are not consumed, they can be copied over. They can be copied over and things like that. We will go with that value times 2.
Okay.
So. So we got 5th level, 4th level, 3rd level, 2nd level, 1st level. How many 1st level spells?
4.
4.
Okay, so you all can get 5k for that.
Whoa.
I believe with the 5k, you can definitely snag yourself the lightning javelin case.
And with your
So
19
just,
persuasion, Dandy, that's about as good as it would get. So you can get that for 1,000 instead of 15.
Whoa.
Thank you.
And then
thank you.
Latoni, did you want to negotiate for the movable rod?
Yes. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so what kind of like person is selling it? Like what can I get like an insight check to see what like
Absolutely.
I don't know what kind of person they are. What would they would like to see or know? Or have happen. I don't know. 21's fine.
Okay. All
She cured his scoliosis.
right. Okay.
Like what would this person be impressed by, I guess?
Okay. So this individual is going to be a elven man, and he is very proper, very just straight to business type of individual. He would value intellect and knowing that you all would be using the item that you're getting to better the knowledge of the Sword Coast.
Oh shit, I'm like dumb as hell. Okay. 1 second. I find our friendly neighborhood artificer.
Like, help me!
Yeah. I need your help. You need to sound smart. Come on, come. Help. And she'll try and and they'll try and drag Charles to the shop, see if he'll help out with trying to impress this guy. You can probably think of like a smarter thing to do.
Charles?
Would Charles actually help Latoni?
What did you learn?
Was Latoni the
get-
one holding up the sign for him?
What is it?
Are you the one who was holding up the sign for me while I was selling stuff?
I think that was
That was
Brevin.
Brevin.
I will.
That was Brevin. What is your intention right now exactly?
I want a stick because it's a fun
You
stick.
want a stick, and are you trying to steal it or are you just trying to buy it?
It's a magic item. And
Yes, but are you trying to
like those.
are you trying to steal it or are you trying to buy it?
Well, I need your help to buy it. Maybe make him more applicable to lowering the prices.
Okay, so we're trying to buy it. I just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's option.
What,
That's option A.
While these two are discussing their battle plan here, Brevin has been talking to the storekeep and kind of explaining that he is certain that the purpose that they want to utilize this rod for is to try to is to use it to help with exploration and defense of the Sword Coast against this various giant threat. Just seeing if you can use some persuasion to sway the shopkeeper any one way or the other.
I mean, the
So
way
let's see how he does with that.
the way I would help you get this rod would be to trade this merchant some of my specialized goods that could maybe help him in the shop.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
All right.
Wow.
So, Brevin, after a conversation with this individual, he goes on and talks about how how a group of cloud giants raided one of the libraries of his youth to the southeast, over the mountains there, and he tells you about how the cloud giants have become increasingly hostile, and you've definitely swayed him with the knowledge that you'd be potentially using this rod to right the wrongs that were done to him and his homeland, his old stomping grounds. So that certainly helps. And so Charles and Latonia, as the two of you are walking up, you see Brevin over there just chatting it up with this guy. And so what we'll do is, as the two of you walk up, Charles, you said you had something that you wanted to trade with him?
Yeah, so I just trade some of my like specialized goods that could probably like help with maintenance of his store or his stall, like maybe cleaning things or polishing things, just like little gizmos and gadgets that'll just help him run the store.
Okay.
Maybe some neon lights above his store.
He is definitely a lover of the unique and anything involving the sciences and applying the arts to them. So Charles, go ahead and let's do this. Let's do roll a d10. Nice. And then roll a d100.
Also one, I will laugh.
I know, right?
36. Okay. All right. And okay. So Brevin, your negotiating would have gotten it down to about 4K instead of 5. And then Charles, you can knock another, I was going to say 360, but we'll just round it up to 400. So that would put the price for the immovable rod at 3,600.
All right.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Does
Yeah.
this guy, I forget. So does he just not like cloud giants specifically, or is he upset at like all giants?
He's specifically upset at cloud giants.
Okay.
Okay.
And the thing I was gonna offer won't be of any help.
We had enough in the group loot for you to purchase it with that in that case. Since it was down to 36.
36.
I basically we were able to get Dandy's lightning javelin and the immovable rod for trading in the spell book.
Stick.
Stick.
Yay.
All right. Okay. Shenanigans shall ensue. I am interested to
Dandy's
see.
just standing there hugging her javelin and just lightning just popping all over her.
We throw the unmovable rod into a giant, and then we have Dandy drop on them.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, yep. And we're going to level 14. This is gonna be hell. No, I'm joking. It's gonna be fun.
This isn't Avernus. That's Tuesdays.
Well, I'm excited to get back to Avernus, but that's another game. All right. The dog's doing great, by the way. Had to cancel the Tuesday game this week because the dog had to go in for dental work, but she is doing great.
Aw.
All right, everyone. So, is there anything else you all would like to do in Everland?
Do we have other stuff to sell?
We picked up a few of those little items like the wooden toboggan and stuff like that from the giants if we wanted to get rid of them, but I'm not sure if it'd bring enough to be necessarily worth selling since we have a little over 3K in the group loot.
It seems like a lot until you try to buy a magic item.
So Dandy decides that she wants a familiar too, since everyone else has one. Buys a bat, and it immediately flies away.
Oh, nice. That will be 5 silver, Dandy.
She's gonna cry for the rest of the time there.
Does E make fun of her? Like, how dare you want an inferior bat or something?
Right, E probably bullied the bat into leaving.
My
Can-
snacks, bitch.
Can Wyatt buy another bat and give it to her and have it just die in
Aw.
his hands?
You tie it like a balloon to her wrist.
No, because like he's trying to hold it to make sure that it doesn't fly away, and then it just dies.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Because Wyatt can't touch people
Oh,
without
God.
hurting them.
If
This
E wasn't,
is-
it's very clear what would happen if E wasn't immortal. Bad history with bats.
Oh man.
I'll hand Dandy.
Dandy
a
can't have
corpse.
puppies. It's a Lenny situation.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that took a second, but oof.
But you're not up on your mice and men humor, Sean?
Hey,
Come
it's
on.
been a good 12, 15 years since I've read that book, okay?
I miss you guys.
Moving on.
Moving on. All right, so you all have the world open to you. If there is nothing else that you would like to do in Everland, remember there are various types of shops here. You can buy potions of various varieties here. Healing potions can be bought on the cheap, or not on the cheap, but they are readily available. Things of that variety.
Do they sell
feel like
potions of growth? That's what I'm looking for.
Potions of growth. That's growth is a what level spell?
Second level.
Fantastic.
Enlarge boots.
So, the scroll would certainly be easier to come across here. But let me see if we can get the potion. Potion of growth is an uncommon. So yeah, you have a 50-50 chance of finding the potion. I would also say that you would have equal chance of finding the scroll if the first one fails.
Okay.
Pick high or low.
Everyone went low, so I'm gonna go high.
Oh no.
Oof.
Oh.
All right, you got one more shot.
I don't want the scrolls.
Don't want the scrolls. Okay. Oh right, potion. For the scroll you have to be able to cast it, right?
Yes.
Okay. You all do have some other major cities you could visit, so that you'll have other opportunities. What's up, Latoni?
All good.
Question about the rod and falling. I imagine it would just like, I'd take the damage of however long it took before I pressed the button. If I was like falling from a place, and then stopped midair.
Well, the rod needs to be attached to something to stop, doesn't it?
No, I just have to press it. It's the point. So that
It has
way
to
you
be
can, like,
anchored to something. Like it doesn't just like float in midair.
No, it says even if it's defying gravity.
It does. It floats in midair.
Wow.
The rod doesn't move even if it's defying gravity.
Does it take an action?
It takes an
To
action to
activate?
use it.
Didn't getting
so it
close.
gets
Well,
Fine
you
by
don't
that.
have an action if you're falling.
a held action while I'm falling.
Okay, so take an action before you start falling and hold your action for a specific moment.
Yeah, or I like jump off a cliff and hold my action.
I feel like if we squeezed Andy's brain, lots of trivia would come out.
Right. Okay. Well, luckily, the immovable rod is one of the most documented objects in all of D&D. So when that comes up, we will go ahead and look it up, like I've already found on Reddit. A nice little thread on mechanics of breaking falls with the immovable rod. So when that becomes relevant, we'll find it out.
All right.
Yeah. Luckily, the objects that have been around, like, since the inception of D&D, things like the immovable rod, they are so well documented. We don't have to come up with our own rulings on that. We can find one that most people agree with and go with that.
Breaking bones with an immovable rod.
Oh, God.
Just imagine clotheslining on it. Like, that would hurt.
Ugh. Oh, you guys. Okay.
I've ran into a mailbox before. It's not that bad.
I did that too.
Okay. All right. So what would you like to do? I'll go ahead and pull up your world map for you here. Everywhere with a green circle is currently open to you.
I feel like there was something we were supposed to do, though. Was it Xantharl's Keep? The Weevil.
Yes. We could still go to Xenothar's Keep for the Weevil, and then we also got a second task by King Morden to head to Iron Slag.
If we go to Mirabar, we can do Xanatharls and then go to the Valley of Kedrun.
Yes.
So we can hit
I-
2 tasks.
I have a feeling that Iron Slag Zoltan's head thing is more like, oh, when you're 12th level, you should go there and do that. Not
No,
like
no,
it's something we should immediately do.
No. The king can't tell us what to do. If we want to go now, we should go now. I believe in us as a team.
I believe in us as a team to make
I'm
good
not smart
decisions.
enough to doubt us.
Forrest is like, I'm getting like 5 months from now vibes from that place.
White is constantly under the theme song of the Danger Zone. So.
Just follows Wyatt around. He enters the room. Welcome to.
I want to
John,
investigate this library that the Cloud Giants broke into that the merchant mentioned.
Oh no.
John, just
That'd
real
be
quick.
near Loudwater.
If
Wow.
nothing else, we could find things to impress him for the next time you want to buy something.
Yes, and then we
Loudwater.
can ask him his name and the name of his wife and kids.
That's what I have random generators for.
Yeah. What are his cousins' names? And his...
Do you have any pets?
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
saw this on an episode of Peaky Blinders as well. Let's get to know all his family.
Oh no. I need to watch that show. I've only seen like the first 5 or 6 episodes.
If we become okay, if we make him into a major side character, then we can get magic items for very cheap.
You're
Use him
pulling
for-
books out of Critical Role here.
That, oh god, yeah,
That's literally what they do.
yeah, with like the gay one. That's I forget his name.
Right, and oh my god, how did I forget his name? The Furbolg has many iterations of himself.
Oh yes, that one was fun. We find out he's actually, I don't know, like a gold dragon or something. That'd be interesting.
All right, everyone. So what's the word?
Getting good vibes from Xanatharl's Keep, the notoriously a very good thing to go towards.
Like I say, we kind of got a small little. Pick one and take it out.
So let's head to Mirabar and then.
Okay.
Dandy, do you want to go to the valley first and bathe your new armor in the blood of your enemies?
We can go to Xanthar's Keep first and give me time to psychologically prepare.
Fine.
Mitigating trauma. How dare you?
Is there snow in Mirabar?
It would
Maybe
be
ask-
near. It would be nearing late fall right now. So some places you might find some snow drifts and things like that. In Mirabar, though, specifically right now, let's go ahead and roll a D100. Go ahead and roll that, Latoni.
Because I was looking at the map. And
Yeah, it's definitely cold up there. And the higher up towards the mountains that you get, the more it is going to snow. So, fantastic. So it has recently snowed in Mirabar. It's like that kind of like almost dirty kind of snow that you get like in the fall when it falls and just begins to accumulate, but it's more just like a slush.
Yeah, he was mostly asking because he's never seen snow before, so he's curious.
You would be very close to it. Like you would be looking like as soon as you got to Mirabar. Well, let's just go ahead and get there. So y'all head over to the teleportation circle, heading over to the bar with the Harper agent that gives you all the teleportation drinks and all that good stuff. So yeah, heading over to that tower in Everland, once more greeted by the elven caretaker of the place, he would give you access to the teleportation circle, and yeah, in a flash, you leave the surroundings of the tower at Everland, and you appear in a wide open. It almost looks like a throne room. There's large columns on either side of you all, 100 foot on either side, kind of just like you're at the center of this large amphitheater.
No.
And as you all appear there are several guards that kind of glance over to you, and they give you a brief nod. And one of them steps forward, says, "Welcome to Mirabar. We'd heard that a new group might be coming through the teleportation circles. Weren't expecting you quite so soon."
Oh, a new group for what?
Well, the Harpers give access to these teleportation circles to a select few. We'd heard that a new group had been given access to them, but again, we weren't exactly told when we should be expecting you.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
That's us. We're the new group. We're not just some guys who use the teleport scrolls.
Definitely
New
not.
group, totally us.
Totally suspicious for no reason at all.
Right? He narrows his eyes at you, Horace, like says,
Wait a minute.
"You are the emissaries." He kind of stops. "Who is your patron?"
Oh, only one of us is a warlock.
"No." He kind of looks exasperated a little bit. Says, "Who funds your expedition? What organization sponsors your adventures?" He elaborates like that for like a full 2 minutes.
Currently the Lord's Alliance.
No reason.
It was right on the tip of my tongue. The Lord's Alliance. Those guys.
"And who is your handler?"
The Chained Oblivion.
Well, I haven't been handled
That's
lately.
kind of a personal question.
I was
Right?
I was
Well
about to
done,
say,
Moss.
none of us are disabled.
That'd be Kelda.
That would be a bit much.
Okay. So he finally looks over towards Brevin and says, "Thank you. Thank you. Yes." And
So when we want to use this again against the advent of a quick getaway, like, do we have a pass or something that we flash?
well, you do have your Harper pendant that was given to you by Dorothra back in Tribor. You have that. And again, you all have been making quite a name for yourselves, and you do stick out just a bit, so people recognize you when you show up to places like this. At least most of the time they do.
Andy just flashes the dead fucking bat.
I was just about to make a comment about us being fancy, but never mind.
I look quite fancy. I'm probably in like a silk purple dress right now.
Okay, so they go on, and once you finish this display, and they said, one of them kind of leans over. He says, "You were right. These ones are very strange." And as you're all going on, Dandy's flashing her dead bat. Wyatt
We're
is
not the
pledging allegiance to freaking Tharzadun over here.
We're not the brightest crayon in the kitchen sink, okay?
I beg your pardon. I'm quite clever and smart.
Charles, I don't know these people.
I got a feeling when you said that both that Charles and Brevin just looked mildly insulted.
Most definitely.
Like,
Okay.
I'll admit, Brevin is not wizard or artificer level. It ain't like
mean,
a doctor or anything.
Horace contributed to our bullshittery, so he doesn't get to cop out.
And then it went downhill.
What did I contribute? What?
Wasn't that you? Wasn't it, or was that Wyatt who was like
Wyatt.
walking around the questions with us?
Oh, that was Wyatt.
My bad.
Tharzadun, the Chained Oblivion.
I love Thorn is done. You get a cube of force and the wand of force. and 333 is everywhere.
Why is it that Horus always gets gifts from his gods and I just get problems?
Oh crap! Are we supposed to have gods?
Revan just looks at White and is just all. At least it's a god who's giving you stuff. In my case, it's just.
You know, I
A
don't
monster
mention
from your
this.
deepest nightmares?
Yes.
I don't mention this nearly often enough, but Moradin fills my soul. I mean, I'm just happy to be part of his grand scheme. I would lay down my life. And if you're not feeling that kind of happiness, then you're doing something wrong.
Revan, how happy were you when your throat was ripped out? Just asking.
Their days have been better.
So you're saying it wasn't the worst evening you've ever had?
Well, if you're struggling with happiness issues, you can always try my brand-made drugs. They help you with happiness.
Oh, I have an alternative, and I pull out a bag of drugs. Homegrown.
So at that point, you hear from farther down in the hall,
Oh, my bad.
and
Oh.
the guards aren't paying any attention to you all. But now there is a man standing about 10, 15 feet away from you all. He says, well, were you planning on introducing yourselves to the Machion, or were you just going to be roaming around my city without informing anyone of your presence?
What's a Machion?
The latter.
Why would we introduce ourselves to a ladder?
What's a Machion? What's a what is what's a
seeing-
Machion? What's a city? Where do we get presents?
I know what a city is, Horace,
I have no idea what a Machion
but I would
is.
like to know where to get presents.
Huh?
He says, I am Selin Remor. I am the Machion, the mayor, the marquis of this town, Mirabar. I'm sure you've heard of the place that you currently stand, yes?
Yes, I have. And my sincerest thanks for allowing us to utilize the teleportation circle in your town to get here.
Well, it's not like I had much of a choice. The Lord's Alliance says jump, and I can simply oblige. But now that you are here,
Who is
I am the Machion. I am the ruler of this town.
Oh. I don't know what that is.
Is that like the guy who makes like brick
It's
walls?
it's a
He's a
different
mayor.
yeah,
Area.
different title for
He's
it.
a mayor, a
Mayor,
marquis,
marquis.
and other things that begin with M.
Thank
Why
you.
doesn't he just
He's
have
an
a-
alliteration.
Masshole.
Machion person, it seems you don't stand out very much, but this
He
problem could be easily solved. He pulls out this like glowing robe. See, with this, you'll stand out from the crowd.
Are you trying to sell me things?
I don't think he's a matron. Maybe a patron, but I don't think a matron.
You know, traveling by teleportation is disorienting, and I don't really know which city I'm in when I get there. It would be good if there was like a big banner that said, you know, welcome to Mirabar, you know, Mirabar's County of Commerce or something. I'm just saying.
Says I'll be sure to have a banner drawn up for you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and a picture of your face. Current mayor.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, like get who, but like with all your names underneath it, so we know all the important people.
I'm sorry.
Charles will stand up straight now and be like, anyways, all jokes aside, thank you for having us. What
No,
were we all
it's
here for again?
fine. I
contrary tonight.
expected such behavior from the Lord's Alliance emissaries. They've been ignoring us up here for decades. I wouldn't have expected them to send anyone with a bit of decency to us.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm not part of the Lord's Alliance.
So I assume that you're not here to deal with the orcs.
The
We can deal with
orcs?
orcs. Yeah, I fuck with orcs.
Well, if it's an issue with the orcs that you have, that is definitely something that we are very talented at dealing with.
Says, what exactly has brought you here?
We are making our way towards Xanathar's keep. We have some business there. However, turns towards the rest of the party, I do believe we're not ones to leave a problem unsolved.
Says, no, Xantharl's keep is exactly where our problem resides. Between the barbarians to the north and the orcs with those enormous creatures to the south, we have our own share of problems. You really do mean the Lord's Alliance sent you here to actually answer one of our calls? I wouldn't have thought it. I apologize for my rudeness before. I can see that you all are, he nods towards Horace, quite disoriented from the travel.
Your rudeness was aptly earned. We deserved every bit of that. You give as good as you get. I thank you.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Stroking a dead bat.
It's in her pocket.
A
So-
wing is sticking out.
So he would. So, yes, he mentioned that there are barbarians to the north and then an orcish army to the south. He goes on and talks about how he thought that they were being ignored when he heard about the Lord's Alliance and their massive movement to the south towards Grudhog. He thought that he was just going to be ignored, but now he is convinced that you all have arrived, specifically sent by the Lord's Alliance to help him and his city rid themselves of the threat to their city. So,
Rughog?
Grudhog. It's the place where
That's
the
where
hill
the
giants were
giants are
going to.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would orcs go to meet with the giants?
Last session, we mentioned that the Lord's Alliance was forming a small army to go and deal with the giants there. The Marcion here, is upset about that because no one was coming to help him. And he saw it as a misallocation of resources to deal with giants who have been literally in the same spot for months, as opposed to an orcish army that is marching near his keeps. So yeah,
Well, the Lord's Alliance is definitely busy with the giants, but I'm pretty sure we can help you deal with your little orc problem.
so it's no small problem. They have a pair of those blue giants with them, the ones from the north. The frost giants. Luckily, we haven't had too many
Oh.
sightings around here, but
Just a couple of frost giants, no big deal. We've already slain. How many giants we slain now? Like 20 hill giants, a couple of fire giants, and yeah, it'll be no issue for us.
then the defenders of Xantharos will be very glad to have you there. I don't think any of them has any experience in fighting with giants.
I mean, I once took out a giant in almost one round, so.
No, wait, didn't you? I thought you killed him in 6 seconds. Yeah.
No, he had like 2 HP left.
Yeah.
Aw.
If I had rolled just a bit higher.
Okay, so he would kind of update you all on what's been going on in the region. He would let you all know that he mentioned the barbarians to the north. He would say that he would let you all know that there has been an army of Reghead barbarians. Normally, they do not venture south of the spine of the world, but something has them marching en masse. He says that they're systematically destroying the other tribes to the north, and that they will eventually be making their way southward.
Well, we're on our way to the Xanathar's Keep anyway, so if it's along the way, it's all the better.
Which threat does he see as the most pressing?
He would say that they are both of equal concern to him. Says that to the south at Xantharl's Keep, they are preparing to face that orcish army that marches northward. And then to the north, there are the Reghead barbarians that are systematically destroying the other tribes, Uthgard tribes, Reghead tribes, essentially anyone that is not of the Tiger tribe, they are destroying.
Okay.
Uh,
So, I'd assume us probably attempt to go and handle this orcish army, collect this charge, come back, and then deal with the barbarians. Would that be?
He,
That seems like the correct thing for us, because right now it sounds like the barbarians are busy having like inner squabble, as well as orc army is currently a problem that's like currently advancing.
Or alternately, since we would be having a
have you
captive,
ever seen a barbarian squabble?
or alternately, since we would have a captive in hand, it might be simpler to try to deal with the barbarians first, and then once that is dealt with, proceed south to both the army, and then where we can then dedicate our resources to holding the Weevil in custody. There's a solid argument either way.
Oh. We could. Sounds like the barbarians are running from something. And if we could help them, then they could join forces with us and help us deal with the orcs.
So, for just as a point of order, the Tiger tribe is essentially gathered a massive army and is rampaging throughout the north, destroying the other tribes as they go. So, other tribes would be either actively fighting them or fleeing from them.
Dandy wants to go north, but she'll go with the group.
What does Dandy want? Danders, what do you want?
Or perhaps a more easy way to view it is, which do you believe is a more greater threat, Dandy? Do you believe that to be more martially inclined than the rest of us? Armies of barbarians or an army of orcs?
If I were not who I am, I'd rather fight orcs than the Tiger tribe.
So the Tiger tribe is probably a far is probably a more recent threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be more scared of barbarian. Are they
Let's
mostly
face
human
trauma
barbarians?
head on.
They're brutal.
The Tiger tribe is, yes, human. When Dandy was a member of them, they were a strictly a tribe strictly a tribe of women. They were all women.
Like
As
men?
you are talking about them now, though, they would have expanded their army enormously. They are still a matriarchal society, but they have expanded to recruit as many of the Reghead tribespeople as they could either coerce or recruit.
Like the Gargarians.
Sounds like a tribe of huggers. Let's hug these problems out.
You should absolutely hug as many of them as you can.
Yeah, Dandy.
You specifically, Wyatt.
Do they-
I will do that now. The first one I see.
Do those barbarians have like a goal or an ideology that they're following? Like, what is their plan? With
Last
The-
I checked, it was
would be a-
fuck everybody else.
The
Oh.
Tiger tribe is devout to Oral, the Frost Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only overarching authority that they might have over them. But
Okay.
Dandy, with your time with them, you would know that they've never been contacted by Oral. It's kind of one of those things where they kind of just like pray to Oral, but she doesn't really do anything for them in return.
Yeah. So what you're saying is we need to turn this into a Frost Maiden campaign, and then convince all of the barbarians to help us or something.
Well, then I think that we're going to be heading north in that case.
Okay. So when you
Dandy gets to go full war paint.
express your intentions to travel northward, The Marchion would acknowledge that, and he would say that both threats are of equal importance. And if you plan on heading north, then he will send a force south as much as he can spare from Mirabar. And he would inform you that the last anyone had heard of that massive horde in the north, they were camped just north of the Lurkwood in the Valley of Kedrum. He says that there was a group of Great Worm tribes people there that had been gathering a force to stand up against the horde of the Tiger tribe. Says that if you're looking for a fight or looking for the barbarians, that would be the place to look.
Since we're headed north, Dandy, how should we acquaint ourselves?
Dress warmly. Yep.
Probably need to get some
Cold winter clothes.
Probably we should pick those up here. Would they have some here?
Absolutely, Mirabar would 100% be a place where you could find cold weather clothing, any sort of climbing gear that you need, anything like that.
I got all the climbing gear I need. I got my stick.
Well, I guess we'll go and purchase some cold weather clothing.
Okay. Standard beat. Standard.
Any kind of emblems we should wear, Dandy, to say we are your men?
I like how you ask me questions like I know answers to anything. Just don't wear stripes, I guess.
Is there something about like perpendicular lines that your tribe hates or something?
Dandy used to Tiger Tribe.
Okay, everybody,
Tiger stripe.
plaid.
Plaid.
Kilts for all my people.
Kilts for my people.
Cold weather clothing is 10 gold pieces and 5 pounds.
Okay, thank you.
Dandy spent all her money.
Oh dear, what am I gonna do with you? I guess I'll buy Dane some winter clothes.
Thank you.
What does cold weather clothing do?
Actually, could I just like instead
there's
of getting money from Mirabar like I normally would from selling stuff, could I just trade all that in for cold weather clothes for everyone?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead
I
and
already bought mine. Sorry.
no, it's fine. Go ahead and make your checks, your intelligence and your charisma. Nice.
There we go.
Just so we're able to get winter clothes for everyone, I'll take the 23.
Okay. Yep. That we'll say that with your 23, with your int check, you can afford to get a set for everybody.
Sounds good.
If you want to burn your
Thank you,
inspiration.
Charles.
Wait,
I'll do that.
So is he making clothes for us, or is he? What is he doing?
Trading, bartering. He's spending his time peddling his wares.
Exactly.
Hi, Della.
I trade you useful thing. You give me clothes.
It breaks in 2 days.
Give me heavy furs.
Tony's upset to wear that clothing because it means he can't wear his his clothes that just like change as he changes. So he has to wear like static clothes for the first time in a while.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get our. There we go.
Do we trade all our horses for giant rams?
Thank you for reminding me about that. As soon as you state your intention to head north, the people that are helping you out, the Martians men, and shopkeepers and whatnot, from all of that, you would have heard someone mention that taking pack animals into the valley is unwise. There are wild griffins, there are manticores, various animals that very specifically enjoy eating horse.
Beef is not for dinner.
Should we take pack people then?
They recommend
Slave.
They recommend stabling your horses and any other pack animals here in Mirabar. And if you plan on trekking up into the valley, traveling light would be recommended. There's not exactly roads up there.
How's everybody's endurance? Good? Stamina? Okay?
I'm really good. Endurable.
Endurable. You
Hmm.
Really think we have a choice, do we?
always got a choice. You could certainly try to take your stuff up there.
No, the tiger tribe will not hug itself. So
Well,
Oh, we should
out
stock
again,
up.
the only thing that we should probably take is the Vonadot, but I don't know who wants to just carry around 100 pounds adamantine.
there is
we
a
should also-
there is a possible option we have that would require a few stops for me to do it. One of the ritual spells I have is Phantom Steed.
Phantom Steed.
It does take 11
Oh.
minutes to cast, but it does last for an hour.
that steed also travels twice the distance of a normal horse.
Yeah.
So
Can you-
We have teleport transportation. Can't we just leave it with Moth Blossom
I
in
will-
Neverwinter?
That or possibly with the Harpers back at Everland, one of the two.
I mean, we could just leave it here. I don't
Yeah.
doubt that. I'm just saying that's a lot of ground to cover without us checking for other pieces of the Vonadot.
It is, but again, I'm just not sure how we would actually transport it.
That I also agree. I have no idea.
Like if we were further north, I'd say sled and sled dogs, and we could strap it onto there. But I don't
It
know.
would have been great if we had some hill giant friends, right?
That would have eaten us while we slept.
Did you even try to talk to
Well,
them?
No,
in
because
any
they
case,
mentioned eating people.
We could have traded enemy
Our lives?
people for services.
Did you say edible people?
Enemy
I said
people.
enemy
Oh,
Give them people we don't like to eat.
I'm I guess morally indifferent towards doing that. Okay. Sounds
Private
good, I
side,
guess.
no, that's not a good call.
So, can Charles make a designer bag of holding that is longer and deeper?
I don't think it works that way.
Can you
holding.
make a Vonadot of holding?
What's
Yes.
the dimensions of the bag of holding?
It
I
was
think it's
500, I think.
no,
remember
it's like
correctly.
I think it's 2 cube or no, it's like 1 foot by 2 feet or something.
I don't think it
That
has an
doesn't
actual
sound-
size like that. I think it's just a matter of weight, I think.
I know it does have a size.
Let's
It's
take a look.
500 pounds.
I think that if I remember right, I believe it's like 64 cubic feet.
2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep.
Can hold up to 500
Yeah.
pounds. You guys, the Vonadog weighs 100 pounds and is
Yeah.
4 feet long. It can fit in there.
So it could fit in one. Okay.
Roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
it fit.
we have a bag of holding? I don't know.
Yeah,
And-
I have a bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
And
I
while
think-
it's in an extra dimensional space, no one can detect it.
Accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at
Oh.
that.
So we
Very
could put,
nice.
we could put the necklace on somebody else then.
The sounds coming out of you tonight.
Just casually carrying 2 rods of Vonadad in my bag.
Right? Imagine trying to get it out of there. That could not be easy.
Do we have enough by the way for the journey? I have 5 on me.
I'm so sorry, but now I'm just picturing Bobby just being like, "That is my purse. I don't know you." And smacking someone with 2 rods of the bone dot. Just
Oh, no.
pops in my head now.
Hold on. As far
Okay,
as
what was your question, Latoni?
Torch with us. I have 5.
Oh, torches?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you were breaking up.
I have light.
The thing is also making sure that we do have enough food, water, things of that nature is another important thing. Not so much for me, but for everybody else.
I have food for us, and he'll just like reach a hand up and like it goes through a small portal, and he pulls out a handful of berries. We have more than enough food. I think we don't need water either because we'll be surrounded by snow.
Okay. Well,
Isn't it a good mouthful?
All right, everyone. So, is there anything else that you would like to do in Mirror Bar before heading into the valley?
I'm so excited right now.
I can't carry that much more. But I have all this stuff for climbing. I've never really used it, but Dungeoneer's packs come with it all, I think. I'll get more rope.
Oh, should we get climbers kits? Is it like really mountainous where we're headed?
This is y'all are heading into this general area here.
Do we get pitons?
Where is?
Those kind of seem like just like tundras to me, but if I'm wrong.
You all have also heard that the Great Worm tribe, is preparing for war against the Tiger tribe. The Great Worm tribe, their home is all the way up here.
We could also fall. So that's like a worry as well, if we like trip and fall down whatever this is. So I'd want to have a way back up. I'm pretty good at climbing on my own though. I think someone else should probably have.
I've got spider climb.
I'll go purchase one just in case. A climber's kit.
I can give you mine. I don't need them. Oh, okay.
Well, I figure there's also Horace, and well, I think Charles can take care of himself with one of his things.
The adept at climbing and having a rod. I can.
They got anything like that over here?
Like what?
I asked the nation. You got anything to help with climbing, like magically, so I don't gotta carry 25 pounds of extra stuff?
Oh, a rope of climbing. That feels like something they would use here.
So,
or boots of, boot, whatever, anything. There's tons of climbing things. But is there any magic climbing things there, real quick?
okay.
Yeah, it's just like a rope of climbing would be a popular magic item here in this town.
Don't they also have gloves or something for that?
Why don't we go ahead and let's go ahead and get a persuasion check. Let's get a group persuasion check.
Does that mean everyone rolls it?
Everybody.
All right.
See if you can convince Selen Ramor to open up the place's vaults for you all.
Big money, no whammies.
Okay, we still need Latoni and Charles.
You know what? That's on point. I did kind of fuck with this guy.
Is mine loaded yet? Oh, okay. Okay. Considering how bad I did, I'll use my inspiration to get the 20 for me.
Okay, I'm not even seeing yours yet.
I got a 7 and a 20, and I'll use my inspiration for the 20.
Okay, and Charles? So we got an 18, a 6, a 5. We need a persuasion check. We're doing a group persuasion check to see if we can get some magic items out of Mr. Selen Ramor here.
Yeah, I think we only have like... Oh.
Okay. Alright, everybody. Unfortunately, that is not enough to get him to provide any more assistance than he already has. Yeah. Hank, we got some chewing on your end, buddy. No, we can just hear the chewing.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right. So yeah, everybody. Unfortunately, he is willing, however, to provide you all with any sort of gear and other regular supplies you may need. So, climbers kits, pitons, crampons, all that good stuff. He will provide for you all.
I'll pay for my own climber's kit. There's probably always a good reason to have one.
Okay,
Yeah, Dandy will have one too, because she can only fly once a day.
got it. Yep.
would
So
I be
climbers
able-
kits, pitons, crampons, and warm weather clothes for whoever needs them.
I will also purchase a set.
How much for the climbing gear?
The Martian is just going to supply you all with that stuff.
Cool.
Question. Would I? If
Sorry, Tony, you're breaking up. What was that? No, we're still not getting you.
hmm,
Got that?
Yeah.
so I was asking, would if the removable rod?
Do you want to type your question out, Latoni? It's breaking up like every other word. All I got was a movable rod. Thank you. Yeah, I would say that in coordination with your climbing speed would definitely be able to help you. But yeah, when it comes to the hard rules on that, we will look it up. Yeah, so I'm seeing that if you want to use the immovable rod to climb, you could. It looks like it would just require, yeah, that makes sense. Require athletics checks for you to pull yourself up and hold on while you remove it and attach it to the next spot if you were climbing a vertical face. Because the rod may be unmovable, but you still got to hold on to it.
So it,
All right, so sorry, Latoni. You're breaking up a whole lot. If you have any other questions or anything like that, while we're waiting for your connection to stabilize, just go ahead and type them in. But I'm not catching anything you're saying.
Is climbing athletics or dexterity?
It could either be athletics or acrobatics.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So unless there's anything else that you all would like to do in Mirabar, we can head off into the valley.
Onward we go.
All right, everybody. So, as you leave Mirabar behind and begin making your way northward into the valley, we will go ahead and take our break. When we come back, you can start the trek up into the Valley of Kedrun and see what you can find. All right. Okay, everyone, so we're back. You all just met with the Martian, Reed, Marquis, Mayor, other M words of Mirabar, who informed you about a couple different issues that were plaguing his city. Namely, the orc army to the south that was about to be marching towards Xantharl's Keep, and, of course, the horde of Reghead barbarians who were pouring out from the north and laying siege to all the other barbarian tribes of the south. Believing it was only a matter of time before they reached Mirabar, he asked you all to go ahead and see if there was any way that you could stop what was going on up there. And, of course, Dandy having some unfinished business to deal with regarding the Tiger tribe, you all decided that that would be the best course of action to pursue for now. So after gathering up all of your necessary equipment, your mountaineering gear and whatnot, preparing yourself for what was sure to be a frigidly cold journey, you all began to make your way up the valley. So, as you all make your way out, you don't have too much information to go on. All you know is that somewhere north of the Lurkwood, there was a large gathering of Great Worm barbarians, and that a large gathering such as that would likely draw the attention of the Tiger Tribe. Whether or not they were gathering specifically to confront the Tiger Tribe or trying to flee is unclear. But that is the directional that you all have. So as you all head out and begin making your way along the river there, what is that river called? Let's go ahead and get a D20, the Mirar River. Let's go ahead and get a D20 for the journey.
Oh, a question I had for before. You
Yeah.
mentioned making strength checks. Would I be able to make dexterity checks? to hold
Yes,
on?
acrobatics would also be appropriate.
Okay.
Okay. So, y'all make your way between the mountains and the Lurkwood for the entirety of the day without too much incident. The farther you travel, the colder it gets as you travel along the river. So we'll say that that first check was enough to get you guys about 2 days worth of travel along the river there. Travel being not too difficult just yet. It is cold and getting colder, but it's not completely frozen over yet, and the journey is scenic, if nothing else. The Lurkwood to the south, at least this portion of it, is relatively well populated. Miners, loggers, various other industries operating along this northern border. Let's go ahead and get another D20. Yes, as opposed to greater miners.
Oh, okay. I meant as a.
I know.
Let's toss a D20 out there. An 8.
All right, so you all make it another couple of days of travel northward, and as you're going, you're beginning to hear more and more rumors about barbarian activity. Namely, that there appears to be some sort of civil war going on between one faction and the other prominent one in the area, the Great Worm. You're hearing... What's up?
Are we passing by people? Sorry.
Yeah. There, like I said, there's mining settlements, logging camps, things like that.
I'm so
You've been
sorry.
traveling for 4 days, so yeah, you would have passed a fair amount of people on the road.
Yeah, I spaced that out. My bad.
There actually a great worm associated with the great worm tribe?
Well, you would know that the Great Worm tribe does venerate white dragons, as their name would suggest.
Oh.
Y'all can make a history check. You don't have Drake with you anymore, so you don't just get access to the dragon info, but y'all can make a history check if you'd like.
Okay, let me see. Oh, maybe I accidentally done it twice. I don't know yet.
Dragons were the ones that had the war with the giants, right?
Yes.
Would that tangential relation, or if it's related to that?
This is very specific information about a dragon's relation with the barbarian tribe, so no.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
never mind. Yeah, that's
I'm,
not related to that. But if it was, I would know more.
Disregard that second roll I tossed up. I accidentally rolled twice.
Okay.
First
So-
one was the 2 8 is the legit one.
Everyone, so Charles, with your 16, you do know that there are white dragons up here. They are not necessarily prolific in the region, but the spine of the world, this whole region is where the largest concentration of them are in all of the Sword Coast. Whether or not the Great Worm tribe specifically is bound to one right now, you are not aware of such an agreement or such an arrangement. It does not appear that they do actually have a dragon patron at the moment, as far as you're aware. All right. So, let's go ahead and get one more d20. Thank you. Okay. So, nearing the end of your next day, you all finally begin to make your way into the mountains proper. The ground has become quite quite frozen. It's mostly just packed snow now. You can see that the farther up in the mountains that you get, the colder it is going to get, and it has certainly snowed recently, and the altitude and the temperature not allowing that snow to melt, it is more ice than anything else up here. But near the end of this day of travel, you all begin to come across more and more evidence of encampments, small campfires here and there. Dandy, could you please make a survival check at advantage, and we can have anyone else that is proficient in survival can also make checks, but Dandy's yours specifically is at advantage.
I'll do it.
Go ahead. Anyone that's proficient in survival can make the check.
I am not, so.
Okay. So, Dandy, you first come across you all first come across your first campsite, and you're beginning to notice the telltale signs of not Reghead tribespeople, but of Uthgard tribe markings, the way that they've constructed their fires, the way that it looks like they constructed nearby shelter. You're definitely beginning to come across evidence that Uthgard barbarians have been using this area. So, as you're all making your way through this area, eventually, as night is beginning to fall, the signs of habitation grow greater and greater until it has become quite evident that you all are making your way into the remnants of a camp. And when you begin to reach the outskirts of this camp area, you begin to see more and more barbarian corpses lining the ground. It's quite clear that a battle was fought here about 3 or 4 days ago. There are Tiger Tribe and Great Worm Tribes people dead throughout the area. It does appear with your survival checks that after this battle, the victors remained for about a day before departing, splitting off into 2 separate groups as they went. One group heading northward, the other heading westward. What would y'all like to do?
I don't know if that came through on Ace, but she asked if there was
any indication of who the winner was.
Make an investigation check.
We'll be helping, obviously.
Okay. Go ahead and make it at advantage. Okay.
Nice.
So, it is quite clear, Dandy, that the Tiger Tribe were massively victorious here. The vast majority of the dead are Great Worm Tribes people. And you can see that as they were, the group that was heading northward, as you're kind of looking around and checking out the aftermath of this fight, the group that was heading northward seemed to have prisoners in tow.
Do we know how long back this fight was?
The fight took place about 3 days ago.
But it looks like they spent a day after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So they're 2 days ahead of us.
Oh, Latonia's gonna ask.
What about the group that split off to the west? Any indications of what's going on there?
The group that split off to the west was the larger of the two groups.
Okay.
How many bodies are there?
Here, the ones that you can count, the ones that are, I would say, probably about 100, if not more. Somewhere between 100 and 150.
Have they been robbed of their possessions? Like, do they still have weapons in their hands? And like, I don't know if they wear armor, like whatever they have for armor, or are they just like bodies stripped bare, or are they just bodies laid out?
So you can see that some of them still hold their weapons. Some of them still have armor and things like that. Every now and then you come across one that does not have any equipment. The ones that are appeared to have been looted appear to be the more wealthy. The leadership, it does appear that whoever the victor was, it does appear that they did go through and took anything of value.
Okay.
That sounds right. Waste not, want not.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like pile or bring some of the ones with their stuff together?
Yeah.
Why? Suspicious.
Is it safe to assume that these were not like clean kills? They were probably pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, there was a fight here, and on that note, Dandy, as you are looking around, you do see what looks like a few execution sites where the Tiger Tribe rounded up survivors and executed them.
Yeah, Dandy's pissed.
So like, did the good guys or the bad guys win? And he'll ask that to Dante.
Bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Her tribe
Right.
won.
So, should we make haste to try and rescue the prisoners?
That's what I was wondering, because if they're taking prisoners with them, they likely aren't going as quick as they normally could.
Took prisoners or something they want from them.
Yep.
And I'd just as soon the Tiger tribe not get it, whatever it is they want.
Do they keep slaves?
The Tiger Tribe would not be known for doing so.
Okay.
I would suggest that we advance post haste then.
Ooh, chanting.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ha!
Ah!
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many is he bringing back?
What?
How many can I bring back with just a base level? Up to
Within
4.
60 feet.
4.
Oh well, do you have 4th level slot?
This use of the spell starts your control of up to 4 creatures.
Re-exerts. I think you can only animate one at a time. But if you have multiple active, you can re-exert your control over 4.
Spell imbues the target with the foul and create 5.
It says you animate or reassert, so animate.
I'm reading it right now.
Yeah.
I've only used this in game once before, so let me read through it once more.
Yeah, so like on every following day, you'd be able to re-exert your control over all 3 of them, with just one casting. And then you could get another one, and then you could re-exert it over 4 with just one casting of the spell.
Okay. So one at a time. I see.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
I will grab 2 for now.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting spell.
3rd level.
Wall of text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Spell creates an undead servant. Choose a pile of bones or corpse of a medium or small humanoid within range. Spell imbues the target with the foul memory of life, raising it as an undead creature. Okay. So you can basically bring up as many as you have spell slots to bring up, and then you can use one spell slot to reassert control over all of them later. Is that how I'm reading this?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay.
A fun thing about the spell is that they get more powerful the more flesh that you strip off of them. Like skeletons are just better than zombies.
Skeletons don't have undead fortitude.
Fair. But they're
Strictly
just
better.
like
Yeah.
easier to hit and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Wyatt, I'll go ahead and get you 2 skeletons or 2 zombies.
Would there be skeletons here?
Well, stripping of flesh is not exactly a very difficult process. So,
I feel like that would take a while, though. No.
a couple hours.
How fast does necrosis spread?
Wyatt, I'll say that you can
Well-
choose if you want skeletons or zombies out of them.
We can chip their flesh off later.
How far would I get before the group goes, stop it? Really? We need to stop this crap.
I mean, do we
If
wanna
we
set up
weren't dealing with the
here?
tiger tribe, then Dandy would have already stopped this. But at this
Yeah.
point, the more help we have, even dead
It's
help.
like
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it funny?
All right, Wyatt. So, zombies or skeletons?
Which one is like physically stronger? That one.
Okay. Which one has the
Now,
higher
when I
strength
say
score?
Yeah, whoever has the higher strength score, because I want them to grab 2 more corpses.
Ew.
I got plans for tomorrow.
So zombie strength is 13, skeleton strength is 10. So zombie is stronger.
Zombie.
All right.
yeah, skeletons are good at range.
Okay. So a pair of zombies dragging 2 corpses behind them.
And honestly, if they are fleshy out
Oh.
here, that flesh is going to freeze. So they're going to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
we
no,
can
no.
just chip it off. We can chip it off at night.
Oh, no. We piled 2 bodies on the toboggan. We have one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's how I feel about a 2 kid.
Okay. All right, everyone. So, as you are all making your anything else you wanted to check out about the camp?
Are there tents and stuff?
They are burned down.
Right.
Are there any animals here?
Make a nature check.
Survivors? Like, is
Ooh.
there anyone still alive?
Make an investigation check, Danny.
Okay.
Could I use like a wisdom nature check
Sure.
to find
Yeah, that's fine.
animals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a white rabbit, like a snow rabbit or something.
Tony, you do notice a few wolves hanging out near the periphery. They
Oh.
appear to be kind of watching you warily, watching the group warily.
Hi there.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Now I need to figure out what he would need to get from them. I don't, I don't imagine they could like tell us. I feel like we've gathered most of what we need to know about the groups, like the fight. Is there anything else you're still wondering about, Dandy, that they might have seen?
I don't know.
I mean, we already know
Or-
which way they went. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
tracking them down.
Mhm.
Can Latoni shapeshift into something with a sense of smell? A
I mean,
tracker.
he's pretty good at that, but he can also ask them if they want to help. But he has a high perception. He has a fairly high perception. But he will ask them if they want to come because they're probably better at it than them.
Make an animal handling check, Tony.
Do I have advantage because I can talk to them
Yes. Yes, you do.
and like because like normally you're just like kind of trying to be calm body language, but I can like actually speak with them. Did that go through?
Not yet.
Oh no, I meant like, did you hear what I said?
Oh yes, I did. I'm just waiting for that animal
You
handling
said-
check. You
No, I
can
was
take
just
it. You
asking
can
if
do
it-
so at advantage.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
Nice. Okay, so they approach you, and as they get within about 20 feet or so, one of them steps out of the middle and approaches. And it kind of sends you like this mental image of you all leaving and then the wolves eating the corpses.
What if?
It's
Okay.
imparting to you that it wants you to leave so they can eat.
Okay. I'll try imparting to it that like there are more bodies that like they could make and then have even more food if we go this way with us.
Okay, so let's swing back around to that. Dandy, with your 17, as Latoni is speaking with the wolves, searching through the bodies and everything, Dandy, you do see there is one Uthgard barbarian. He is hiding halfway buried in snow. And as you're kind of going through the bodies, you can see this man's chest slowly just rising and falling. He is alive. He was near the outskirts of the fighting, clearly overlooked by anyone that was going through and executing survivors.
Ooh, healing hands.
Okay.
So he gets 7 hit points.
Dandy, you don't wear any tiger insignias or anything like that, do you?
No, that's long gone.
Okay, good. All right. He would come to and kind of just he looks around. By the gods.
Immediately tell him carefully, you're among friends. You're safe.
The battle is over then. He looks around, taking the scene in. We've been defeated.
Only for now.
This was all of us. All of Great Worm had gathered.
They took prisoners. We're going to try and get them back.
They came asking about the shield, the relic.
What
They've
relic?
taken. So, Dandy, you would be somewhat aware of the fact that the Uthgard tribespeople had each individual tribe has something known as a relic of giant kind.
Oh.
Each one of these tribes is in possession of one. And it's kind of where they establish themselves as tribespeople. Each one of these relics would be at one of their sacred home locations. So he would go on to tell you that they came asking about their relic, which he says he's very confused by that because these relics are useless. They're just objects. The fact that the Tiger tribe would go to war over them just baffles him. But he would say that that is why they were here. They were asking about them, asking where it was, if it was at the cavern, things like that.
Is it? Has Dandy seen the one that belong? Did the tiger? Is the Tiger tribe one of the Uthgard tribes?
No, the Tiger tribe is a Reghead tribe. They would not.
Okay.
They would not be in possession of any of these relics.
Okay. Have all the pieces of the weapon we've been collecting had like the same material, that same black stone kind of? Like if she were to ask him if it looked like the rods.
So he would say no, that it's not made of any of that particular type of metal, but he would talk about the runes that are carved into it. As he's describing,
make sure the rest of them hear that.
As he's describing those runes, they would match up very closely to what you all saw at Nightstone, the carvings that were in that stone at the town.
Huh.
And if you all remember, you all did learn that stone itself, why the giants were so interested in it, is because it was also a relic of giant kind.
Mm-hmm.
time for us to. Let's see if we can find these guys and relieve them of this item.
What is his name?
This one's name is Crowler.
Growler, are you well enough to travel with us and fight?
He looks offended that you would ask as he's picking up a spear off the ground.
Right on. Let's go get him.
Would the relic go with the larger group to the west, or with the captured people to the north?
Well, he says that they did
Either
not
way.
have the relic with them. That if you tell him that there's a large group heading north, I mean a large group heading west and a smaller group heading north, he would tell you that the larger group is likely heading to Raven Rock to massacre the Raven tribes people. And the smaller group is likely heading, if the smaller group went north, then they are heading to Great Worm Cavern to acquire that item.
We should go get the prisoners first,
Yep. Okay.
and then go help the Ravenloft or Ravencroft. What Raven? What
Raven Rock.
Raven Rocks? Like Ravenloft is wrong.
We're going to Ravenloft.
Yeah, right.
Not again.
The mists enshroud you all. I just love how you can literally just throw Ravenloft into any campaign. It's just like, oop, you're in Ravenloft now.
Right?
Why did just,
Or
why
not.
did just be? Why did just to be? I'm used to this.
Right? All right, everyone. So, the last encounter roll was an 18.
I won't lie, Dandy's kind of happy that there's another barbarian with him.
So he would be asking you questions, Dandy, about like, I mean, it's clear that you are of the tribes people of one of the tribes. Would you tell him that you were formerly Tiger?
No, I tell him that this is my tribe now.
Okay.
We are small and broken, but still good.
Okay. All right. So, as you are traveling further north, the
Still
path.
my wolves.
Oh, your wolves. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yes. Okay. So, Latoni, you're asking them to accompany you. They seem quite content to remain here and scavenge the remains of the battlefield. I will allow you to make an animal handling check. It will be a straight roll, and we'll see how well you do with that.
Another one. Okay.
Right. The first one would have been to ask them whatever questions that you have. Getting them to travel with you is definitely going to require
I
another.
promise that there will be even more bodies than this if they join us. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
To be honest, that lines up.
Yeah, they
With
do.
what?
They do seem very content to remain here and eat what bodies they can find here. They do warn you, though, to watch out for the Catman. They say that is they let you know that is they kind of impart onto you visions of, or they impart onto you the knowledge of this human cat hybrid that was just rampaging through this battle. Did in many of the tribes people himself. The wolves say that that's the main reason they don't want to go, because they don't want to fuck with the Catman.
Would I know the difference between a tabaxi and a rakasha, or whatever, a rakshasa? I don't know how to.
So make an Arcana check based on what the wolves are imparting to you to see if you can tell what kind of creature this is.
Hey.
Nice.
I already used my thing,
Yeah.
so I have no idea.
Okay. Yep.
Does it look like a tiger?
Well, like the tabax, like because tabaxis theoretically could also be tigers, so it's like there would be there's a minutia of difference, I guess, right? I'm pretty sure tabaxis can be basically any cat.
So, do you describe to the rest of the group what this wolf is showing you?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to relay it as best I can.
Okay. So
The
we'll
rats are
allow
drawing it.
one
The
other
rats are
person that is
drawing
proficient in Arcana to also make the Arcana check to see if we can figure out more about this creature that Latoni is describing to you all.
I can do that if no one
Yeah.
else can.
A couple of my rats are like drawing pictures of it.
I could, but I suspect yours is probably going to be higher, Charles.
Probably.
Oof.
That's an unfortunate rule. Well,
It had a tail
It had a tail.
and ears.
Right.
I blame the bad drawing.
So I will.
It was a really bad drawing.
It's literally just like a circle with two pointy ears and a stick figure.
They did their best, okay?
You guys are asking a lot from rats.
Yeah, it's not their fault. They have like a -3.
Oh no.
Their intelligence, okay?
All right. The wolves. I will point this out though. The wolves did not mention anything about spell casting coming from that cat.
Okay.
When they talk about spell casting, they talk about the man. They talk about the man with the tiger on his head.
Oh.
Tiger on his. Yeah, there we go.
Wait, like. So like.
Guess Yasmina finally got a boyfriend.
So Latoni, they're
Wait, so,
showing
like,
they're giving you that vague image of a person with a tiger on his head. You would know that the person is just wearing a tiger head as a headpiece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I didn't know if
Basically a
like they
shaman.
were confused or if it was like a vague image. Okay, yeah, that makes okay. I'll throw them three magical berries, so they're good to eat for the day.
All right.
How many are there? 3? I don't know.
Well,
However many there are.
I don't know about you guys, but the longer we stand around here, the farther they get away from us. So.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeehaw.
All right. Okay, everyone. So, making your way up through the mountains further northward, the terrain is getting more and more difficult, and you find yourselves passing through several different, like, kind of rocky mini valleys where the walkable ground is getting more and more sparse as you go. As you all are moving through that area, I do need. Wyatt has the highest passive perception with a 16, is that correct?
I believe so.
I think it's 21 because of the shield.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, so one moment, please. So, as you're all making your way through one of these narrow passageways, there's a frozen lake on one side of you all. I'm sorry, a frozen stream. Completely still, frozen through and through. Large snowdrifts on your right, and a short cliff, only about 6 or 7 feet up on the other side of that river. So you're all making your way through that. I just need to know the marching order as you all make your way past that river. Who's in front?
Dandy.
Okay, excellent. Probably Dandy with that barbarian.
Yes. I'm sorry, he says his name is
Rested,
Crawler?
has he?
Crawler, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thought it was Growler.
I couldn't remember.
I'd probably be bringing up the rear.
Okay. And we got our two
I'll be somewhere in the
zombies.
middle.
I'm also in the rear with Greg and Mike.
Greg and Mike. And what about Steve? Where's Steve?
I'm trying to convince Steve to take my other squires under him and become a squire squad, but he's not.
Does he like okay? How does Steve feel about these other undeads? Is he like jealous or?
He
like,
keeps
how-
referring to them as those undead things. Kind of like he doesn't
Ah.
like to talk about himself as undead.
Okay.
And he's a
Fair
lot more
enough.
intelligent than them, so.
They have names, Steve.
Because you've named them. Ugh.
Do they have like were there like names on their wait? Did they have like embroidered names on their clothes? Please.
One has blood with an M on his chest, and the other has a G.
Okay. Love that.
All right. Why? What are their names again?
Greg and Mike.
Yes.
You know-
Yeah, I'll be in the middle, and I'm just like clutching the stick, so that way if I start to slip on
Be
something,
behind the barbarians.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Horse. Charles and
start
Wyatt taking
flipping
the rear.
Click.
So
Does
Tony
Horace need a rope on him or
in
something?
the middle.
Yeah,
I
I'll
heard something
be
about someone
behind-
slipping.
I'm as good as anyone.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I heard someone say something about slipping.
No, I said if I started to slip, I would click the button.
They wouldn't
Okay.
let me make a dwarven meteor hammer in the other game. I had a dwarf on a rope.
All
Oh, I
right,
have
everyone.
rope as well. Should I attach rope to the stick?
So as you're making your way through these snowdrifts on your right, the mountain to your left, and the stream in between you all, Wyatt, as you're kind of looking around, you notice a few pebbles falling from the rock face to the left of you on the other side of that stream. And as you're watching, you see a pair of horns breach over a mound and very carefully get a look at all of you. It blends in with the background, with the snow, so well that you barely notice it. But you notice the shifting of white on white as it moves across that snowy backdrop. It is well hidden, but Wyatt, you're 21, is your perceptions are up to the challenge. And as it reveals itself, sending off alarms, warning bells for you, begin to look around and scan the area more thoroughly. And you notice strange divots in the snow mounds to either side of you. These mounds are not natural, you're noticing. And as you're looking around, the large creature up on the mountainside sees you watching around, watches you look at the mounds of snow, and stands to its full height and just locks eyes with you, not trying to hide itself any further. It simply stands, a massive bipedal creature, two long horns reaching around from its back, covered in white fur. It opens its massive maw and lets out a challenging roar. At that moment, you all hear that, eyes drawn to the large creature up on the mountainside, roaring down at you, still blending in almost perfectly with the snowy backdrop behind it. As that roar continues to echo through this small valley you find yourselves in, the snowdrifts to the side of you begin to move. And
Eddie?
we're going to roll initiative once we get you onto this map. And
Boy.
with the end of that roar, you do see the snowdrifts explode open and the large creature at the top of that slope begin to make its way down towards you. Wyatt, your 21 saved a Yeti surprise.
Oh.
They got a 19 too. They got good. Yetis are very, very difficult to spot in snowy environments, but you all are not surprised. So
Are
Take
Yetis?
the Sentinel
Dang, I
Shield.
did not have them selected. Crap.
Are Yetis
Did
related
not
to giants?
token.
no, I don't believe so. I will double check that, but I believe they are monstrosities.
Ah.
We're also missing a Steve.
I'll grab 'em.
I had initially rolled a 18, but I forgot to select my token,
You got it.
and now I got to.
Oh, did I not? Did I not select my? No, wait, I'm good.
You're there, Tony.
Steve.
Yep.
Steve was hanging out. No, I feel like Steve would be as far away from the zombies as he could be.
They offend him.
They offend him.
Hey, we're gonna slap you somewhere right there.
Okay.
Let's see what you do. A 9. Okay. He is cunningly wading in.
I know you're sleepy.
So what's like the height difference from like here to here?
That is about 10 feet from here to where the Yeti is, to where the big Yeti is.
And then over here.
That is just snow mounds. They pop up right on top of them. It would be difficult terrain for anyone that's not a Yeti, but the distance is negligible. Like the height of the mounds.
What does Crowler's token look like?
I'll show you. This is him right here.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
That art is a woman.
He is very pretty.
that's so valid of them.
Okay, so yeah, Crowler's we'll just say Crowler's a woman. Same name.
That's fine.
Yeah, just for
They
sake
use
of.
any pronoun.
There you go. All right.
Woman can fight too, right?
Bandy just looks at you like you're an idiot.
What do you say?
that was out of game kind of context, but
All right. Okay. So we've got everybody in there. There is Crowler. We have her in there yet? Yep, there she is. Steve is not in initiative yet. Good job, Steve. Okay. And with that, Charles, you see these Yetis erupt from the snow, begin marching towards you. The large one up on the hillside still roar echoing out into the day. You're up first. Music.
all right. I think it's just gonna. These guys don't look like they're very tanky, so probably just have a lot of HP. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw our hex onto this one here. Thought that would be concentration on, but I guess not.
Which one are we throwing hex on?
This one right here,
Got it.
and see if we can kill him in one round. As shots start coming out. One shot.
That certainly hits. $15 also hits.
You're the worst soundtrack ever, little girl.
So that's 10, 20, 30. 2 for 6. 51.
51.
Ouch.
Very nice. Yeah, it is looking rough. Very, very rough, Charles, but it is still standing. Ooh,
Is
Jesus.
it though? Is it though? As I action surge.
Oh no. Is it though? 12 hits. It dies.
Oh, wow.
My last shot will therefore shift onto this one.
That doesn't apply the hex damage, right? Because you can't.
No, it
move your
doesn't. So it'd be -4. So it'd be 12, 8, 20 damage.
Which one did you say?
This one right here for 20.
Got it. Oof.
Very effective round.
Yeah,
That's
very.
my turn.
Oh. Well. Yeti's gonna Yeti. It comes barreling out of the snowdrift and just lunges at Crowler. It is going to first stare her right in the face, its eyes glowing with this strange icy blue as she approaches it. As it approaches her. And you see her lock eyes with it, and she freezes up for a moment. You can see her trembling, and she needs to make a con save. She does fail quite horribly, unfortunately. So, the Yeti still staring at her. You see her freeze up as if she is literally frozen as in ice. And she takes 7 cold damage, and her body is just locked up. She cannot move. The Yeti brings back one swipe, brings it down on her. 19 and a 24. She is shredded.
No, I just made a friend.
So that is a total of 12 slashing and 9 cold. Unfortunately, she does die outright.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh wait.
Well-
Do they have death saves?
Not in this case, because she was killed. She was dropped to 0 hit points by the first attack, and then the next attack was more than her HP total. Basically,
How many
she
points does she have?
she had 11, and she just took a total of 7, 11, 17, 24, 28 damage.
Okay. Well, yeah. If
Yeah,
you're
she-
a barbarian with 8 hit points, sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
that's-
Unfortunately,
that's okay.
Dandy, your
That's
new
kind
friend
of on
has
you.
perished.
That first
Why
effect,
would
was
you
that
do
a,
this, Michonne? You made me attached, and then you took it away.
was that a petrification?
She was paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Brevin, you're up.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my red.
Right, Charles. Low AC targets are like your Christmas.
They really are. This is where I shine.
Come here. I get 13 extra hit points. And with that, I'm going to target the small Yeti that has not. Actually, I'm going to aim at the big, ugly Yeti up here right quick.
Okay.
Did. And I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at it to try to impose the frightened condition on it.
Okay, yeah.
Assuming
27
it's
certainly
27
hits. Wisdom save, man. It's gonna have to roll real high. Oh, wow. It did get an 18 on its wisdom save.
Yeah, so that beat it. I'm gonna take 11 points of force damage and an additional 1d10 of necrotic. So an extra. So the first blaster took 19 points of damage,
Oh,
and I'm gonna fire a second blast at it. But since it passed the save, it doesn't have to try on this.
okay. 10 does not
Yeah,
hit.
I'm thinking that. Yeah. Okay. That's my move for now.
Wyatt,
How steep is this cliff?
it is 10 feet straight up.
It is this like a ravine?
It is a frozen stream bed.
Okay.
You are in a ravine, yes.
I'm heading for the big guy then.
Okay. Dex save when you hit the water, Wyatt.
Okay.
You managed to keep your footing. It is still difficult terrain.
Okay, so it was 5, 15, 25, 30 to get there, and then what am I saying? Run. I'm running. How do I run?
Dash.
Dashing. Thank you. Yes, sir. I'm
And you
dashing.
could- Yeah, then you still have spiritual weapon.
Wow, getting right in its face. Very brave.
Yes, that gets me there. I will use my bonus action to order the zombies to flank with anyone that needs flanking, and I will point to the smaller zombies.
Okay. So do they move on your turn?
I'm assuming it's like a familiar where they just right after me they go.
I think it says in the spell when they act.
I think they have their own initiative, like familiars.
Let's double check.
It's more convenient to do it when they. It's more convenient to just have them go after you, though.
Yeah, I would agree.
On
Decide what
each
action.
turn- On each of your turns, you can give it a bonus action to mentally command it. I'll copy it.
It's already in the chat.
Oh. I meant the specific text that you're looking for.
Okay,
It will move during its next turn.
got it. So in the initiative they go. Gonna give them their own dual initiative here. Okay. Poor crawler, barely knew you. Right, that Yeti is dead. This Yeti is not. Wyatt, it turns towards you and rears down onto its haunches, looking down at you as you try to make your way up the cliff face to reach it. It looks down towards you and it takes a deep inhalation of breath, and you are going to catch the full force of its cold breath. Wyatt, that is going to be a con save. Very good. Wyatt, you take 20 points of cold. That is already halved from 40.
Okay.
I was not concentrating on anything.
Okay.
Did you use your bonus action to do anything?
To order the zombies to help you guys.
Oh,
On
yep.
Okay. Okay. Dandy, you're up.
Well, the Yeti that just murdered my new friend. I'm gonna rage. I'm
Your
gonna be
tribe,
reckless.
your new tribe is half its size already.
But
Sorry.
I'm gonna rage recklessly.
Okay.
And I'm going to stab non-recklessly.
Nice. So are you attacking recklessly, Dandy?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And
Nice, good hit.
the Cecil goes off with my rage. So that's a D6, right, guys? Yeah, it's D6.
Yes. Yep.
Sorry.
You're good.
I think like 5 months in, I'd know what I'm doing. And I'm still pissy, and I'm gonna hit him again.
Good hit.
And pew pew.
Nice. Okay. Right.
And I think that's all I can do for now.
Ease up.
He is going to fly over here to this one who's engaging in that. 10, 15, 20. And perform the help action to give advantage. So that one's actually engaging in.
Okay.
A little hesitant to send him up there against the big guy, considering. But that's his move now.
Got it.
I just realized Luna's not on the board.
Oh, go ahead and drag her up. You used your bonus action for Hunter's Mark, though, right? So she would have just taken the dodge
I
action?
did. Yeah.
Okay.
She could still move though, but it's fine.
Okay. Who is the closer prey? It is Brevin. It is going to push its way out of the snowdrift. It has no interest in eating undead things. Oh,
Makes sense.
Brevin.
You are undead.
Right? I don't think it can know. Brevin, do you smell dead?
He wouldn't be breathing, and he doesn't need to eat, so he doesn't need to eat or drink, so he wouldn't sweat or anything like that, or like prospirate. What is it called? You know?
Perspirate, yeah.
It doesn't say if I would actually smell or not.
So that is up to you, Brevin. Do you smell alive or do you smell dead?
So are you breathing?
If you smell dead, we have to reevaluate our relationship.
He smells like burnt coffee, stale cigarettes, and
Wouldn't-
desperation.
The thing is,
Oh no, oh no.
The thing is, he's not decomposing or anything, though.
Okay, so you would not smell like a corpse.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, so the Yeti is going to try to eat you. Thank you for being honest and not trying to just avoid Yeti murder. Okay. Brevin,
One of the things.
it is going to close in on you. And once again, you all see its eyes beginning to glow this strange icy blue color as it locks eyes with Brevin. Brevin, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
Brevin,
I don't know. I figure that's not going to matter if I use the 14, is it?
14 will save.
I think I will use it this time.
That is a
just to have
smart move.
one.
You literally just watched it paralyze Crawler. Paralyzed is not a
And
good condition to
murder
have.
her.
And yeah. Okay. Alright, so 14 does succeed. Brevin, you do still take 6 cold damage. It is then going to swing its claws once at you, Brevin, and then once at Steve. Brevin, it is a 16 to hit you.
16 just hits.
Right. There's going to be 5 slashing and 4 cold. The other attack is for Steve. Gets a 9 to miss Steve. Latoni, you're up.
All right. He's going to assume that our general idea is that these three are. Or I guess, yeah, this has changed his thing. Never mind. Anyway, he's going to run over here. Oh shit, not move. Yeah, I'm gonna move one up here and then right here, and so that's what is that? Sorry. Yeah, 5 feet of movement to get here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump 10 feet.
Okay, yep.
Land here. So I can avoid a little bit of difficult terrain,
Okay.
I guess, and then I have to make a dex save.
Yes, you did. Indeed.
Okay. I closed my thing, I think. Oh, nope, I just lost it. One sec. I can't find my character sheet. Where did it go? There it is.
Oh, yeah.
E.
With ease, you manage to keep your feet on the slick ice.
Yeah, so that's from here 15 feet, and then I have, what would that be, 20 feet to get there? Like 25 feet at this point from
Right.
where I was?
Yep.
Okay, and then I have 10 more feet of movement, and I'll take dash action. So
Okay.
I got to here, then I take the dash action, and I get to right there.
35 feet. Yeah, nice. Okay.
And I'll hunter's mark them. I'll hunter's mark this guy.
Okay.
And that's all I can do for this turn. Now I can flank with Wyatt.
Okay. All right. So the 2 zombies, their orders are to flank with whoever they can, so they will use their 20 feet of movement, whopping 20 feet that they have, to get as close as they can to Brevin. Horace, you're up.
Okay, easy. Easy. Oh, wrong thing. Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
Yep, we got you.
So I'm going to move around Brevin to there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to upcast Bless so that Dandy, Brevin, myself, and Charles are blessed.
Awesome.
Let's on that. Bless. Oh, it doesn't give me an upcast choice?
Probably because there's no damage associated with it. You can, of course,
there
upcast
it
less,
is,
though.
after. Okay.
Okay, good stuff.
That's good.
Right. Steve is going to do a stab.
Steve and I flanking?
We talked about this. Where would the flank be? Yeah, that sounds right. Yep.
One of those 2 spots. Yeah.
Steve is carrying that +1 longsword now. Ooh, go Steve!
Hey, she did something good for once.
Right?
Wait, doesn't he also have his like special ability that I can use on the Eddie as well?
He does have life drain.
I think that's
He's
a whole
probably just
factor, right?
It can use its life drain in place of a longsword attack, so it can attack with its sword twice, hitting both times, and then use life drain. Okay, we're back to normal.
he's probably just excited he's getting to attack something never.
So we've got 13, 19 points.
Hey, nice damage, Steve.
Right? He looks very pleased with himself. He kind of gives like a look towards the zombies, like, let's see you do that, stupid undead things.
I'll just look at Steve like, looks like my enchantment's working well for you.
Right. Charles, you're up.
Alright, I believe Luna can make it. Yes, they can. I'm gonna tell you Luna to go flank with the others. Meanwhile, I'm gonna move my hex onto this guy and time to commit murder.
Which one are you shooting at?
The big one.
Big guy, okay.
And does the 13 hit?
13 does not hit him.
Not the big one? Darn. Well, still take
Yeah, it's still huge damage.
10, 23, 36.
36, good stuff.
And
Okay.
that will be it for me.
Luna?
I used my bonus action to move onto this, so Luna's
Got it.
just moved over here and taking dodge action right now.
Okay.
Didn't you use your bonus action to move the hex?
Yeah, that's why.
Yep. That's why Luna's not taking any actions.
Oh,
They
my
just,
bad,
their
sorry.
default is dodge.
Sorry, I thought you said you. Okay, my bad.
Okay. Dandy. The Yeti
Yeah.
focuses its eyes onto you. That blue glow catching your gaze. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Dandy. You feel your joints beginning to freeze up. You can feel your inability to move beginning to start, but you manage to push through it, breaking free of it, joints cracking as if they were just coated with this thin layer of ice. You do still take 7 points of cold damage,
Okay.
and in comes the claws. It is an 8 and a 24 on the second attack.
24 does hit.
So that is going to be 5 slashing and 6 more cold.
So 11 altogether.
But the slashing's had.
Oh
Indeed.
god, okay,
Yeah.
say that again, I'm sorry.
So down to 2 slashing. 2 slashing, 6 cold.
Thank you. Sorry.
You're good. Brevin.
At close quarters like this, unless you have like a distance spell attack is considered a disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that just changed. I thought so, but I wanted to double check before I did my next stuff. What I'm going to use a bonus action to cast a spell. Which one do I want to use? Okay, first thing first, I'm doing this to my first stat. What just happened?
Okay. Yep, 20's gonna hit.
I do have a question. Since Shillelagh is a bonus action, am I able to use both Shillelagh and Green Flame Blade on the same turn? Green Flame Blade is an action, while Shillelagh's a bonus action.
And Green Flame Blade is a cantrip?
Yes.
So yeah, you'd be able to.
Yeah, it does sound like it.
It's not a level spell, so.
Yeah, so we'll toss some an extra 1d8 of fire damage on.
Fire, you say?
Yep.
So, as you strike this creature, and its white fur bursts into flame, it shrieks in terror, anger, does take all of that damage, and you see it desperately trying to bat the flames off of itself.
Hey, that is my action.
Okay,
And
Wyatt.
I mockingly laugh at it.
Wyatt will use his bonus action to enact his Eldritch Maul. He'll run up the flank with Latoni and try to like cold clock this Yeti in the knee.
16 hits.
Uh, 15.
15. Okay. Alrighty, Wyatt. Anything else?
No, that was all of Wyatt's turn.
Okay. Y'all know I like to roll these in the open. Okay.
Well, Tony looks like a baby Yeti right now. He likes to do that. It's funny.
Right.
It's coming after Wyatt because Wyatt just hit it. Remember?
Yep. Okay. Wyatt, I need you to make a con save as it stares at you with those icy blue eyes.
Those
Oh.
piercing blue eyes.
Wow, good stuff, Wyatt. That was close. You do still take
Oh, God.
You do still take 9 cold damage. You are not paralyzed. That's close. It's a good thing that Wyatt has its attention right now. It is still swinging at you with 2 claws, though, Wyatt.
Mhm.
That is, a crit on the first one.
That's called adamantine
Whoa.
armor, sucker.
It crit twice, too, Wyatt.
No crits.
No
Oh,
crits. It literally back-to-back crit. Wow.
Wow.
Best investment you could have made.
Right? Okay, Wyatt. I want to tell you how much it would have been first, and then I'll tell you how much it actually is.
Okay.
I need my calculator.
Oh, jeez.
Holy shit, Wyatt, it would have been 79 points if those both landed.
I'm tempted to just like take off my armor and I'll just let it happen.
But alas, it is 19 on the first hit, 11 slashing, 8 cold. The second hit is 10 slashing, 9 cold.
He's still out though.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
That is its turn. Dandy, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. I would like to attack recklessly again, please.
Okay.
Oh, you already got advantage because he's helping at least for your first swing.
Word.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I will be as reckless as E allows me to be then.
Mildly reckless, only slightly so. 18 hits.
With my lightning damage.
24 hits.
Well,
Okay, for 15.
hooray. I'm gonna do it again, just for practice. I'm just screaming, just absolute gibberish at it. I'm pissed.
Okay, it's a hit. A 10. Okay.
I'm taking those horns with me when I leave.
Nice. All the arrows. Wyatt! Alright, ease up.
E is still going to help action against the Yeti.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
Will he flank for her? So it's like for more than one hit?
Have we allowed E to flank before?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think E can flank with somebody.
Okay.
I don't think he's got the
That's
size
up to
to
you.
really
So
do it.
whatever your flanking rules are.
Yeah, I don't think familiars can flank.
regular flanking rules, or they technically can, but it doesn't. I don't care.
Yeah, it's one of those things like a make it make sense thing to me, and it just doesn't make sense for a bat to give somebody flanking.
You can't
I
even
just think
attack,
it gives them
so
like
it's not really a
distracting.
threat.
All right, so that does bring us to the Yeti that's facing off with Horus and Brevin down here. It is going to first target Horus with its chilling gaze. Horus, con save, please. Horus, you got a con save for us? Andy, you there? You're muted.
Roll 20 just stopped for
Oh,
me.
rip.
I'm
Okay.
re-bringing up my character sheet.
Got it.
And then I was muted, so con save. Here we go. Save.
Hmm.
Did I make it?
You did indeed. These little Yetis do not have nearly high as a DC as the big guy does. So, it is only half of this. It is 7 points total you take of cold damage, and then in come the claws. One for... Well, let's find out.
We got a hit.
The first one is
It was-
going for... First one's going for Steve. It's a 20 to hit Steve. That does hit. Steve takes...
Oh, wait. Luna will deflect.
20 points. It was a 20 to hit.
Yep, she deflects, so it's at disadvantage.
16 would have been the disadvantage.
Yep.
Still hit
so-
Steve.
Okay, unfortunate.
Indeed. Steve takes 10 points total. Make sure he's not resistant to anything. Necrotic resistance. Bludgeoning fury. Okay, good. Oh, he only takes half the slashing. Second attack. That one is for Horus. Horus, it is a 13 to hit you. I'm sure that is just going to bounce harmlessly off of your shield. Does bring us to Latoni.
Woo. Okay. Oh yeah, this guy's two times bigger than me, so I can potentially walk through his legs if I need to, right?
Yep, he is huge. You can walk under him if you need to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I do see why I get like kind of squashed on the other side. Nothing I can really do though. I just kind of hope Horus is on that maybe at some point, or someone else brings over a berry or something. Anyway, I start slashing at this guy with my two swords.
21 hits.
21 for 14. Then again, 26 hits
Yep.
for 8. Ouch. And then one more.
That's a hit.
23
Nice, good hit.
for
Yeah, max damage. Yeah, good
max
stuff.
Damage. 17. Yep. And I'm going to cower because
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead. Anything else?
I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do for like Wyatt or something. I can't. It would be an action to try and drag him somewhere, right?
Yes. Oh, well, half your movement.
Okay. Oh god.
You're fine. You're fine.
I
Just
was
keep
gonna.
chopping.
Oh wait. Given what I know about like really big creatures, can I guess if this guy's range is like more than 5 feet?
Well, you've seen him
Like,
attack
how
a few
long-
times, so, yeah, you would guess that his reach is not more than average, only 5 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll focus on me. I'll stay here.
Okay. Where'd my wind go? There it is. Okay. Wyatt, do your undead servants continue acting after you are incapacitated?
As far as I know, it doesn't say anything about losing concentration because they're not concentrated.
Yeah, they follow their orders.
Okay.
At least it takes them 24 hours before they start throwing Union Riot.
Oh god, I just got the mental image of a picket line of zombies.
What do we want?
Okay. They're gonna get there for now, and they can attack. Wyatt, do you want to roll up the tax form? Can you?
I don't. What? How?
Okay, for now, I'm just going to give zombies all access. I will make individual tokens for Greg and Mike later.
Oh, I'm good with just like one row and counting whatever it is. Oh wait, that's undead fortitude. Slam. That's what they do, right?
Yep.
Boom.
14 hits.
There we go.
Nice, that's good damage for a zombie hit.
Oh, it's DMs only.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and
DM.
Oh,
I'll go ahead and open up their rolls for now until I can get Greg and Mike their own stat blocks. Are you just gonna rename the zombies Greg and Mike as you make new ones? Like if these ones die, are you just gonna rename the next ones Greg and Mike?
of course not. I wouldn't be so callous. The next one would be Greg and Mike the Second.
I think it should be like Greg and Peter, and you should work your way through the Brady Bunch.
Wasn't a Brady Bunch fan, so I'm not sure.
All right, you got one more.
Oh, can we just? Oh, yep.
16 hits, another 3.
Yeah.
Okay, Horace, you're up. Hit. Okay, Horace throws a healing word up to Wyatt.
Oh, be excellent to each other.
Okay, wisdom save. The big one, Horace, or the one that's in front of you? Horace, want to ping which one you're shooting at with the Toll the Dead?
I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, let's get the big one.
Got it. Wisdom save incoming.
14.
Wisdom is not its strong suit. It does get a 7 on the wisdom save.
Okay. 2d12, a 14.
Nice.
Then I'm going to test this thing's reach. Does it have a 5-foot reach?
It
Does
swings
want
at
an
you.
atta-
25 to hit, Horace.
Oh man, I take damage.
Okay. All right. It is 8 slashing and 6 cold.
8 slashing and 6 cold.
So total of
does-
14.
Total of 14 from 60 is 4 from 50 is 46. Oh, and my concentration succeeded.
Nice.
And I step back in.
All right, just testing it.
I'm just testing his. I got something open. Okay, that's good.
Okay, in comes Steve. Same deal, 2 long swords and a life drain. It's a hit. That is also a hit. And another hit goes Steve. Okay, so 5, 15, 20 points. Steve slashes at its back. As the Yeti turns around, he punctures right into its sternum. And then as it's falling back off of Steve's blade, he reaches his hand out and just drains the last of the vitality out of him. Steve gets a kill.
Where's this Steve been the whole time? Where's this whole time from?
And he does regain... Yep, mount equals, so he gets 5 hit points back.
He might have been punishing us for sticking him in a bag.
Right? Or he's just trying to prove himself against these other undead that are here now.
Yeah.
It's good
It's
enough for
jealousy.
artifacts.
It's jealousy and pride.
That actually tracks real well with Steve, the pride thing. Okay, Charles.
The big one needs to die.
Yeah. The first one hits, second one does not. Big hit.
Another
8.
28.
Yep. Right, it's looking rough.
And we'll get Luna to go and flank with Dandy, and it's going to take an attack as well.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, crit! Let's go. 15.
How does Luna take it down?
Luna, seeing Dandy fighting this thing all alone with just E, decides that it needs this thing to die quickly so that Dandy can help with the big one, and so it leaps onto its back and rips out the side of its neck until it falls to the ground.
Yep. All right. That is all
Good,
of
Luna.
the Junior Lit Yetis. Right. It's gonna bring us to Brevin.
Revenant seeing this thing drop just drops that green flame blade spell off of this thing, aims across at this creature, and just starts opening fire.
$26 is a hit.
And this is one he's using his form of dread with, so there's a
Wisdom save.
8 damage initially with an additional amount of necrotic damage.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay.
It's to make a DC 15 saving throw.
It fails the save. Why? Brevin, your Eldritch Blast strikes it. It looks over towards you, sees your strange, twisted form, and you all see it beginning to tremble. Latoni and Wyatt.
And
Good.
as it's doing this, I'm going to take my second shot at it.
Okay. 16's a hit.
Murder it.
11. Not quite enough. Anything else from Brevin?
That's it.
Okay. Wyatt, it is looking very hurt.
Wyatt is on the ground, so he's just gonna like use its own fur to like pull himself up. And then just like he's really tall, so like all he can hit for is like lower sensitive areas. That's what he's going for.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's a hit, Wyatt. You all hear a high-pitched just this high-pitched keening come from this creature as it rolls over and tumbles down the mountainside. Wyatt having punched the life up and out of it.
Love this group so much.
That's
Lies
So,
hurt so
literally-
much.
it's a low blow. Literally.
All right. That, after a few moments, that high-pitched squeal still reverberating throughout the mountains as it dies off. All you hear now is the winter winds, and we are out of initiative.
There anyone with survival who can find a Yeti lair?
I got you.
I'm okay.
Well, we can help out. We can help each other.
I mean, is that a thing?
Well, we can help each other look around. Yeah.
Dante would like to remove the horns and the flesh, I guess. She wants a Yeti fur cloak.
I have actually run Icewind Dale enough
Turn it into
to be very familiar with this whole process.
Hooray!
Yeah, there's a lot of Yetis in
I'm
Icewind Dale.
sorry.
Dandy, go ahead and make a survival check first. Latoni, you can also make a survival check to look around for the Yeti lair.
Can
Camilla,
I?
help
Yes,
Dandy
I-
out.
Still blessed, and I will guidance as well.
And I'll throw guidance
Tony,
on
it's
the
on
other
you.
Okay. Can I? Because I also want to do that. Because I want to make like a horn out of this, like
Okay.
out of their horn. I want to hollow it out, so I can like use it
Nice.
as an instrument.
I want to
So I'm
wear
gonna-
mine
I'm
like
gonna try-
Keyleth wears hers.
All right, so Dandy, with your go ahead and add up your bless and your guidance. Bless isn't for checks, right? It's just saving throws and attacks, so just guidance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And,
D4.
Yeah.
Wyatt, can you help me out with this?
15.
Oh yeah, I was totally planning on making a Yeti
Is
cloak too.
that for finding a lair?
No, this was for your harvesting of the Yeti parts.
Oh, okay.
15.
I know that at least Brevin and Horace have guidance. I'm not sure if Wyatt does, but between all that, everybody should be able to use it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
before looking for
Three of
the
us have it, so
before looking for the cave, I'm also getting myself a set of Yeti horns, and I think Wyatt wants the skin, so we'll be working on that.
23 for us.
All right. Okay.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
Okay. So, Wyatt, first off, Dandy, with your 15, you do manage to get the skin off, but it's not exactly in great shape. It's a little torn, a little ragged in a couple places. It's still off, though. The horns are successfully harvested as well.
I'm gonna make me some keyleth crowns.
So if something is broken in getting it off, can it then be mended?
Yeah, with the 15, I would say that the damage is definitely mendable to Dandy's fur.
You
It's
mend it
okay.
back to the
Dandy's not
body.
perfect either.
All right, Wyatt and Latoni, with your 22 assisted survival check, you both do
Oh.
manage to get that skin off perfectly. The horns as well.
26 with the guidance.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, the skin comes off perfect. Horns as well. Latoni, we can have this be the same check to make your horn. So that is also a success for you. You have, we'll say by the time you will get to your next destination, it'll be a couple of days. By the time you get there, during your downtime, you'll have had the time to make that horn.
Yeah, do it during
Do-
long rests and stuff. Yeah.
And
Do I get to
Wyatt,
keep the head like a hood? I want to keep the head like a hood.
Oh, like
What?
your head
Ju-
is in its mouth.
Yeah. Or like
you see the
my-
size of that thing? Like you could use its head as a small hut, Wyatt.
Oh, jeez.
I'll do that. I'll make like a Yeti Van squid. Look out of its mouth.
Okay. Yeah, totally. With the 26, you can both pull that off. Wyatt, I'm looking forward to hearing the description of this Yeti headpiece you've crafted. Furthermore, those of you that were able to make the Yeti hides, you can have those crafted into usable materials. You need to be in a major city, someplace that has tanner supplies and has the proper equipment, but you can make cloaks out of those Yeti hides that do provide resistance to cold damage.
We'll just like be covered in their blood. It's okay for now. We'll just wear it without salting it or anything.
Okay.
Oh,
So
should
to
we
get
actually
the
gather all-
resistance, you do need to get them somewhere where they can be built into it. But they're definitely aesthetic right now, and I don't know about you all, but I certainly wouldn't want to fuck with anyone that was wearing a Yeti.
Yeah, we should gather all of them.
Oh
Steve.
Well, I was thinking the way you described their camouflage, it would probably be really helpful.
yeah. Oh,
Wait.
that's right. It's a resistance to
What's-
cold and advantage on stealth checks to hide in snowy conditions.
My gosh, this makes me want to make a cape so bad.
Question: can we get like 9 cloaks out of this guy?
Each one of these is worth only 1. The abominable Yeti is worth 2.
Oh wow. Okay.
so 5 total.
Oh okay.
All right,
Sure,
everyone.
we're using Yeti hides, but we'll make it look like a Wendigo.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Does any of us have cold resistance already or something like that?
I'm a human.
No.
Well,
I'm
what
pretty-
is
I don't know if
this?
you can do. I don't know what your god does. You know. You seem really
So-
like you're a life cleric. I think you do something with healing, but also you murder things by touching them. So
I
What's up,
Cold
heal
Boris?
beams
pretty
came out of their eyes, right?
Chilling gaze. I wouldn't necessarily call it cold beams as much as kind of like a freezing type of stare.
So maybe we can collect the eyes and see if they're good for making wands.
Maybe.
ooh,
They
Well,
really
like-
need a book on how to harvest creatures. It needs to be a
we
thing.
can like
Yeah.
squeeze the eye and we cast cone of cold.
Oh God.
Anyone who has proficiency in survival wants to try to do that.
Yeah. So there are 2 more Yetis to be harvested if anyone wants to try the survival checks.
I will try again because I sucked the first time.
Does our survival check include melon balling their eyes out?
With a 26, yes, it does.
Okay.
Dandy,
Yeah,
15 with a guidance. Go ahead and roll a d4.
1 for me and 1 for Wyatt.
17. Okay, why? Dandy, it comes out better this time. You're able to get the skin off intact this time. The horns as well.
Hooray! Do we need to? How about the? Are we taking the eyeballs, guys?
I think
Dandy,
we
with a
should.
17, the eyeballs would not come out intact.
Can
Okay.
I?
She was too busy going.
Is there a
We can chop the heads off and put them in the bag and
No!
take the eyeballs later.
No,
Leave my head alone!
The heads need to be part of the cloak.
Oh,
Yeah, we hollow them out. So you're like, so the teeth are like on your head. That does. Okay, I'll actually start looking for the thing now.
So I have werewolf teeth, basilisk teeth, and now yeti teeth. This is
Oh
great.
wait, does these guys wait? Do they have any kind of special mucus? I have like 3 kinds of mucus in my bag.
Can we just throw all the excess stuff on the toboggan and have Gregor Mike pull it?
God damn, guys are savages.
we can store the extra stuff inside the zombies because
Oh
they're not using their
no!
insides for
Oh
anything.
no!
I think I actually have like 4. Wait, like 4 different kinds of spit. I have like
So
spirit,
Tony, they
saliva,
do
or
have
something, but
mucus. It doesn't have any sort of special properties, but you're more than welcome to collect some of it if
Yeah.
you'd like.
yeah,
He's just
I have
collecting spit. Ew.
because like I also have Fomorian spit, which is a vial of viscous liquid says labeled Fomorian spit. Don't drink it.
God.
I collect it from my enemies, just like the aboleth. Yeah. Wyatt, can you help me look around for
Yeah,
the?
let's go ahead and get the survival check from whoever's looking for Yeti lair.
Sure, go for it. Oh, the Yeti layer. I thought I was helping with the stupid spit
Oh, yeah.
thing. I was like, really? Yeti?
No, I can just like pull its tongue out. It's fine.
Okay. Guidance for you, and I'll
Okay,
assist.
thank you.
That guidance? Okay.
19.
So you all do find a cave not far from here. Following their tracks is relatively easy. You do find a small cave. It does appear that the only residents were these 4 Yeti.
Did they have any tents or like dead bodies in here?
There are some frozen carcasses of dead animals and a couple barbarian corpses frozen.
Is it if we like try and chisel out the barbarians? Can like, do they have anything on them of value?
They would carry weapons. One of them appears to be a shaman, carries a very elaborate staff. Doesn't appear to be magical in any way, but it's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Should we like bury these guys? Or I guess we didn't bury anyone on that battlefield, so we have
We're trying
no
to
more.
save the living as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're on a rush. My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should go.
Okay.
Let's drag these corpses, these Yeti corpses with us.
How far out are we from a long rest?
That is up to you
What
all.
time is it? What time?
It would you've all been traveling for multiple days, so we'll say this encounter took place midday.
Okay. So we shouldn't lose time, even though there's a cave here to. We'll find something else.
This would have taken place right about here.
Where is it? Oh, right there.
All right, everyone.
Oh,
So,
look.
as you head back out onto the path northward, it becomes more and more clear the path in front of you leading to Great Worm Cavern. More traveled, the landscape naturally carved out from countless generations of people passing through this exact location to get to the Great Worm Tribe's holy site. As you all approach, you can look up and you can see the spirit mound of the Great Worm Tribe high up in this hillside, high up set into one of the mountain tops, peaks nearby. You can see that the small village spread out beneath it has been completely devastated. These appear to be the non-combatants. The Tiger Tribe has slaughtered everyone here. They're burnt out, more permanent homes, burnt out log homes, lots of burnt out tents. This was the site of a massacre. And as you're all reaching the outskirts of this, you hear coming from the cave entrance leading into the Great Worm Spirit Mound, somebody cry out in pain and several others laugh and what sounds like a feline roar echo out from that cavern.
The Catman.
We are going to go ahead and call it a session here.
I hate to
And-
say it.
Go ahead.
I feel like Dandy's gonna roar right back.